basic trick. The other two that were there to play along and make it worse. When my mom smashed my face into the cake, as expected, I screamed like I was shot. I took the patch I had in my hand and pulled my face away from the cake and put my hand on my eye. The patch had a stub of candle that stuck out between my fingers and some fake blood. My friends came to the rescue and I screamed that I couldn't see out of that eye. One of them looked under my hand and pretended to have to go to the bathroom to throw up. My mom literally fainted. Once that happened, I called off the joke pretty quickly. I showed everyone that it was just a joke, but the day was wrecked. There was fake blood everywhere, and someone had called an ambulance, which was good because we ended up needing it for my mom. I didn't get in trouble because I showed my dad the text showing that my mom had promised not to do the cake thing. But my mom is pissed that I made her look bad and like a liar because I showed everyone the text because they were all mad at me to begin with. I think that if she hadn't lied, then nothing would have happened, so this is all on her.
I love the receipts!
Justice! It is. You said you wouldn't. You did. Now you faint, bitch.
That's so funny!
That's so good. And it's so thought out. It's mega mind shit. And I'm all about it.
And if you really wanted to up that prank one more level, when the mom came to, they should have been like, you've been in a coma for 5 days. No, I mean, she really did just reverse the prank on her mom.
This is so funny.
To a pretty powerful level, but she did say, don't do this, and the mom did it, so...
That's what she gets.
That's what she gets.
And there is, risk. You can't just shove someone's face in shit.
I know fainting's scary, but it's so funny to think about something happening and someone going, like what? Remember?
She faints perfectly into the cake.
Yeah, Damien during Betrayal, he had blood in his mouth. What if we fainted? Do you remember that time? He had a blood capsule in his mouth?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Memories.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
What I will say is also, do they have a second cake?
No.
You
smash the cake. You smash someone's face into the cake. I'm not eating that cake.
No one's eating that cake.
Yeah, you're wasting the cake.
That's such
so
a
true.
waste
They
of the
don't
cake.
mention a second cake.
No.
But I don't know. No, I don't think... I'm not a huge fan of the smashing someone's face into a cake. Yeah, can it be funny? Sure, if everyone's cool with it.
Isn't it a thing for weddings, too, to put it on their faces?
Apparently, some people do that, but only if people are, laughing and want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, put cake on my face.
It's not...
Put cake on my face.
Hey, do it! Do it! Please.
Put the icing on my chin.
I need it. Yeah. Someone please do it. Oh, honey. Yes! Yes! Some comments. You didn't make her look like a liar. She did that herself. Someone else said, not the asshole. Smashing someone's face in the cake is classic narcissist behavior. It turns the focus back on them while taking the person being celebrated down a peg. Her reaction is typical of a cornered narcissist as well.
I love it.
As a mother, I honestly cannot wrap my mind around how any parent could be this casually cruel to their children. You're not the asshole, but your mother is fucking awful. I would never speak to her again. What an absolute bitch.
Okay,
These comments are like,
oh my
she's a
God.
narcissist.
She should...
Don't speak to her again.
Yeah. You should fucking kill your mom.
Yeah.
That maybe take a little bit to never speak to your mom again.
That's way too much.
That might be a little too much. We don't know enough about this relationship.
No.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I love my mom so much, but I did grow up and birthdays, me and my brother's birthdays were also a little bit her celebration. She would always throw surprise parties because she loved it. And when we were kids, it would be a big theme that we would pick it, but it was some parents really enjoy that.
Yeah.
And sometimes get a little carried away.
I agree.
But this also seems like someone who laughs when people fall. You know what I mean?
Laughing at other people's misery.
Yeah.
You just absolutely lose me when someone's like, hey, please don't do that. And then you
100%.
do it.
And you say,
Then I'm
I
like,
will not do that. That's a breach of trust.
That's absolutely,
yeah, right.
That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, and it's your child. They're 15.
Yeah.
A 15-year-old daughter, I just
Volatile.
anyone who's at that age, at 15, it's man, if they're saying don't do something, just don't do it, man.
do it.
That age, everything feels like catastrophe.
Don't
And
bully
it's
your kid.
Yeah. It's their birthday.
Yeah. Well, she fainted.
Good.
So fuck her.
It's so funny.
I hope she failed too.
Move on to our next story. So this is a hypothetical. They're about to potentially do something.
Okay.
Okay, I don't usually like this because this is fake.
No, it's not fake.
It's not
It
fake.
didn't happen.
It's just that
It didn't happen
they're
yet.
planning on doing something.
I know, okay.
Would I be the asshole if I tell my friend her, in quotations, bridesmaids won't be throwing her an extensive bachelorette party if we aren't invited to the wedding?
If we
The bridesmaids.
we gonna find out.
Her bridesmaids won't be thrown.
This girl wants, I'm guessing this girl wants a bachelorette and is going to like elope or something.
Okay. So I, 27-year-old woman, am friends with Jane, 28-year-old woman. Jane and her fiance, Brad, who's 29, recently got engaged. Jane is one of my best friends, and we have known each other since college. When talking about our future weddings, Jane has always expressed that she wants me and a handful of our other closest friends to be her bridesmaids and to have a destination wedding. When I saw Jane and Brad the day they got engaged, one of the first things Jane said to me was how excited she was for me and our other friend to be her bridesmaids. This was about a month ago. However, now that Jane and Brad have started looking at wedding planning, they have decided to have a tiny destination wedding in Colorado, and only their immediate family will be invited to save money. They also plan on having a casual party for all the rest of their family and friends after, but there will be no ceremony or sit-down dinner, and there will very clearly not be a second wedding. Even though I was disappointed and hurt to hear that I would not be invited to the actual wedding, I understand that it is their right to have whatever kind of wedding they want. And if it is not important to her that her best friends be there, that's her choice. But what irked me is that Jane still expects a bridal shower, a long weekend trip to an expensive destination for her bachelorette party, and mentioned a registry for wedding gifts. I find it a bit ridiculous that she still expects to have these things thrown by and presumably paid for by the people that aren't even invited to the actual wedding. She still insists on calling us her bridesmaids, but since we will not be present at the wedding and will have no special designation at the party, I don't see how we actually are. Our friends are a bit split on what to do about this. Some want to confront her about this. Some think that would be an asshole move. So would I be the asshole for telling Jane that if she's not having a traditional wedding, she can't expect traditional wedding benefits? Edit. I think a few people are misunderstanding my point here. I'm not saying I don't want to celebrate her at all or that she shouldn't get anything outside of her wedding. What's bothering me is her stated expectation of a big shower and bachelorette trip. She explicitly said she wants to go to Scottsdale. We are in Tennessee, so this requires a flight. Without an invitation to the wedding, she could throw any kind of backyard, courthouse, big, small, whatever wedding, and I would be happy to do all of the above as long as I was actually invited. Why is Scottsdale?
That is so random. You can get a really big Airbnb
In Scottsdale?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's so much land and there's pool. And
I guess depending on the time of year, it's like going to be warm or
Yeah.
something. I think what it is, maybe that she's feeling is like there's an expectation. Like,
Yes,
it's a lot
that's
of
it.
work. There's a lot of work in being a bridesmaid. I only know this
Yeah.
from secondhand.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to be, and
is.
then it's like, okay, but I'm part of this ceremony. I'm part of this wedding, so I'm putting in this work. It's kind of a. And so it's like, oh, but this work is still expected of me, even though the plan has now changed.
Yes.
And the problem is it started off as a wedding that she was going to be part of and all this stuff, and then it switched, and now she's not part of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if the bride would, if this could all be kind of solved by just kind of like framing it differently.
100%.
Yeah.
I was
Of
going
like,
to say,
hey, this isn't a bachelorette trip anymore, but can we just throw a party?
or I think, okay, there's so much politics to bride stuff and bridesmaids and weddings and bachelorettes. And I think what the problem is here, we don't know like how the bride is framing the bachelorette, but I think assuming that your friends will throw you a weekend getaway somewhere and you not like kind of leading the charge is, I think that's the disconnect, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, they're like, oh, we're doing all this, and then we don't get to like do the other. Like, does that
Yeah.
make sense? Like, it's like, I understand that, but like some of the best bachelorettes are when the bride is kind of like, hey, this is what I would like to do. I have these
Yes.
plans.
yeah, not when
And then you
yeah.
let everyone else decide like how they want to contribute.
Yeah, I think with how the bride is now going about this wedding, it sounds like that's more the vibe. Like they've pared it down a lot, and it's like
Yeah.
with that, it's like, hey, it's not about, because I agree, you're talking about, oh, this will be a really fun thing, but the bride is still framing it in this more traditional sense, as opposed to, hey guys, do we want to just go do something really fun?
Yeah.
And we all do it together, as opposed to,
Exactly.
you need to throw me a party.
Exactly.
Oh, and like throwing out a hint of like, oh, Scottsdale would be fun. It's just like,
Yes.
that's a lot of work of then like, okay, cool, and then you're gonna go off and
Miss
get married.
Bride, get the Airbnb.
Yeah.
You plan the trip and
Yeah.
tell the bridesmaids where we get to celebrate.
Exactly.
I have
It's
a
less
feeling.
about- yeah.
I have a feeling if the bride did all of that, she wouldn't be writing this post. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. We're doing a different thing."
No, I think she thinks